Okay, we should be live. Can I pop this chat out? How do I pop the chat out? Am I dumb? Use your timestamp chat. Pause chat. Can I not pop this chat? Okay, I guess. Okay, so here we are. We are live with Zowsky. Okay, hold up. I have to pull out the chat first, though. Here. Boom. So here we are. Alex, say hello to the millions of people we're talking to. With Zowsky. Okay, so hold up. I have to pull out the chat first, though. Here. Pop out chat. Alex, say hello. There we go. Oh my god, the quality is amazing now. Okay, let's put this here. And let's like minimize it. Let's make it like that. That's good. Boom. Alex, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first of all, we're gonna do our daily puzzle. You know what?
Right
Yeah, we'll do the daily puzzle with you, actually. We'll do a couple things with you. Where's my daily puzzle for chess.com? Daily puzzle. There it is. Running on empty. Black to move. Okay. The queen does not look like she has a lot of squares. That's the first thing that sticks out, I believe. That. Can't go here. Could take that.
Are you watching my game?
Hold on. This takes. She goes to any of the light squares. She goes h3, check on the queen. But if she takes, probably just bishop here. Bishop there. I don't see how. Where is she going from here? Maybe nope. The rook's on g4, so that looks good. And this. Okay, but now we can just take. Okay. So, that's that one. How much longer is your game going to be?
We're on move 11.
You're on move 11. Okay. What can we play here? This. No moves except this and this.
Oh man, I screwed up.
And this. Okay. I'm not so sure. This. Is there a way?
He escapes either way. Whatever I play, he escapes.
Okay. That's fine though. Being down upon isn't absolutely terrible. Okay. Play on, and then we'll do the daily puzzle with you. For both chess.com and for this.
This position is like perfect.
Okay. You gotta play something. You're like super down on time.
I knew it, man.
We'll go over the game after we're done the puzzles. Okay, what? You just... You're up a piece. Or no, you're up a pawn now. Ooh, and you have a pretty sure a really good move right here. Very good move.
Oh, I won't be able to figure it out.
Yeah, you will. I believe in you. Ah, you had the right square, but the wrong piece. If you played rook e3. I think black's nearly dead. Like you almost even had mating possibilities then, actually. But this is still... Now I think it's just even. You're still fine here. This is actually good for you. This is good for you, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Do I trade? Like, I don't know what to do.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. This is your game. But this position is pretty good for you, even though you might be down one pawn. Or what's the material? Oh, down two. Sorry. Do this one actually right now. Good. This is good for you. Grab that pawn. Okay, so I got both the daily puzzles. Boom. See, now your rook's even active. Good. So, actually that move wasn't. Okay, you missed something. Attack him. There you go. Beautiful. I like it. Oh, look at that passive ass defense. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. We'll go over that game after. So what I want you to do is go to the daily puzzle of the day. Screen share your screen on Discord. I already solved it, but I want you to talk me how your way of solving it. No, go to the daily puzzle. It should be on the that one. Okay, so talk me through your way of solving it. Also, you might want to close that tab on the upper left.
Not for chess though, it's for CS.
Yeah, that's fine. So, talk me through your way of solving a puzzle like this. What I have taught you, or at least what I hope you've learned.
White's up by a pawn, I think.
Do a material count.
2 pawns.
Count.
2 pawns.
2 pawns, yep. So, what does that mean?
1 check.
Can he go king g4 after queen d1?
No. He can go here.
Here or any other squares?
No.
No?
There.
What? Where?
No, I can go here.
Yeah, those are the only 2.
Any of these 3.
Any of those 3? Tell me the only 2 squares they can go to. Because he can't go to 3 squares, there's only 2.
Oh, 2 here.
Yeah. Okay, so we can either go to e3 or e4. So, is that it? Queen d1 and then rook e1?
I think so.
Well, look.
I don't see any way to, like, capture.
Yeah, so look at the checks then. So actually tell me the move. So say you play queen d1 and he goes king e4. Then what are you doing?
King what?
King e4. Then what do you do?
And rook e1.
Yep. And where's he going from there?
Can
he go there?
No.
Can he move anywhere?
File.
Can he move anywhere? Can the king move anywhere from that position?
No.
Okay, so that's mate. So what about... No, that doesn't mean it's necessarily it. What if he goes king e3?
Then...
What if he goes king e3? Queen d1, king e3. Then rook e1. And can he move from that position to anywhere?
Yeah. Oh, no, you can't go there.
So is that also mate?
Yeah.
So then the solution must be boom, boom, easy. Okay, do you have a chess.com account or no?
I do, yeah.
Can you open it, boss, and go to the daily puzzle? You can customize it after. No, the daily puzzle.
How do I get...
Go to puzzle. Get rid of that. Go to, I think, learn underneath on the left. Under that learn tab, I think. No, don't click on the tab. Just let it. Okay, go up to puzzles maybe. Daily puzzle right underneath puzzle battle. Okay, so talk me through how you're gonna solve this one as well.
Is this it?
That's the puzzle. Yeah, that's a video and how that's their explanation.
Oh, okay.
So, their video explanation, they do that nowadays. So, what sticks out to you in this position?
I can't do arrows.
Yeah, I know. Just tell me. What sticks out?
There's no good checks.
Good. Is there any good captures? Because there's what? There's 2 captures, I think, in the position.
Yeah, there's no good captures either.
Okay, so is there any good threatening moves? Any good threatening moves? Can you threaten anything?
I don't see anything right now.
You don't see anything?
No.
Okay, so you don't see anything awkward. Any piece that's kind of misplaced or out of place?
Queen right here.
Okay, so can you attack the queen? Because if you could attack the queen, that would be a threat, right?
Yeah.
How can you attack the queen?
Rook.
Rook g4?
Yeah,
So look at that.
The queen.
So look at that. Look, rook g4. What if they go queen h3? What do you do there? There's a winning move there. By stepping on h3, she's now on the same what as your queen?
Diagonal?
Yeah. So, if you could move the rook, then your queen would be attacking their queen, right?
Yeah.
So is there any good move after that then? So rook g4, queen h3, and what's your move there that you can attack the queen with?
Well, like rook h4, but then...
Rook g4,
like,
queen h3. Yeah.
Or yeah, and then rook h4.
Rook h4, they could trade the queens, and it would be even. So, you're looking at the threats first. Is there any checks from that position? Rook g4, queen h3. Is there any check in that position?
Rook g1.
Yeah. The rook takes rook, and then what do you play? That wins right there.
Or queen takes queen.
Yeah. So, wait. But that's only one possibility, right? So she can't go to h3 because you just found out that wins, right? So rook g4, can she go... What other squares can she go to that are actually safe without being, like, just immediately taken? Rook g4, is there any other square she can go to without just being immediately taken? What, sorry?
G3, but like she just gets taken either way.
G3, she gets taken by the rook, right? So she can't go to g3. She can't go to h3. Can she go to g5?
The pawn will take.
What about h5?
Bishop will take.
What about h6?
Bishop will take.
So what about queen f6? Rook g4 and queen takes pawn. Is there any good moves there?
Wait, what? Queen goes where?
Queen takes the pawn on f6.
Oh.
So rook g4, the only move so far is queen f6. Do you have any winning moves there? Because the queen is still very low on squares. Rook g4, queen h... Or queen f6, sorry.
I don't see it.
Do you have any checks there that are good? You only have one check, and that's rook g1. Is it good or bad?
Bad.
Okay, so the checks aren't good. Can you take anything there? Are there any captures after rook g4, queen f6?
No.
Okay, so there's no capture. So what about threats? Can you threaten the queen again? And if so, how?
Queen f5.
Queen f5? Yeah, then it's an equal trade if they trade, but is there any other way to threaten the queen? Where the trade won't be equal?
Is it a rook move or a queen move?
You can look. If you move your queen to threaten the queen, then she can just take it. So that would be even. So you don't want to make the trades even. You want to win material, right? So after rook g4, queen f6, you can play rook f4 to threaten the queen. But is that good or bad?
It's bad because she can just take the rook.
Yep. So rook g4, queen f6. Is there any other way to threaten the queen? There's two other ways to threaten them. What piece can you use to threaten the queen on f6? If you can't use the rook,
bishop e7.
Yeah, that's one way. And what's the other way?
Bishop g7.
So what's the difference between the two? Because one of those wins and one of those is even. Go through bishop e7 first, because it looks more centralized, right?
Yeah.
So rook g4, queen f6, bishop e7. What would white play there? Do they have any checks, first of all?
Well, she would just take the bishop.
Well, if the queen takes the bishop, then you're just down material, right? So that's a check, but it's not good. Do they have any other check?
I'm saying if I play bishop e7, then queen takes on e7.
And then you get a queen for a bishop. You're winning.
Well, she can't escape.
Is there any checks?
We already went through that.
Are there any checks? Yeah, she can't escape from there, but are there any checks after rook g4, queen f6, and bishop e7? Can she check you in any way? She has like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Queen f7.
Queen f7, is it good or bad?
It's bad, I just take.
Okay, so no queen f7. What about queen captures g6 check? Is that good or bad? Queen takes your bishop there.
I take.
Yep, so is it good or bad?
Bad.
Okay, what about... We already went through queen e7, so she can't play that. But is there any other check? There's one other check that they have from f6 after you've moved your bishop.
No.
What, sorry?
No.
What do you mean, no? There's one more check that the queen has after taking on f6. After bishop e7. Rook g4, queen...
d8? Queen d8?
No, your bishop's on e7. She can't get to d8, right?
Oh.
It's a diagonal check.
See, I need arrows. Like, I can't...
Okay, that's... Well, I don't know. Chess.com is AIDS. This is why I like doing the Lee Chess ones, but this puzzle's also good, so... You should always do both the daily puzzles on both Chess.com and Lee Chess. Okay. So far, let's just put it on the board. Put rook g4. Because you know that has to be the first move. And queen f6. So, if you... No, don't drop the piece there. If you play bishop e7, what checks does she have? You went through queen takes your light squared bishop. You went through queen takes e7, and you went through queen f7. And all those are bad, but there's one more check. that the queen has?
Queen f8. Queen h8.
Yes, that's the square. Queen f8 is bad because you can just take it, right? But queen h8, right? So, if you want to attack the queen and not allow queen h8, then what must the move be?
Bishop g7.
Yes, and that's the difference between the two. But now, white attacks your queen, and now you have to find... This is the winning move right here. So, is there any checks, once again, and are they good?
No, they're bad.
Okay, any captures? These are... And there is, obviously.
Yeah, bishop takes.
And then what is white playing?
Knight takes, queen on d7, and threatens the bishop on f6.
And then what do you do? Simple move. Another capture.
Take.
Yeah. There you go, that's it. Because now you're going to be up a piece. Right? And that's solved. Because now, what? You have 2 bishops, they have 2 bishops, you have 2 rooks, they have 2 rooks, but you're up a knight now.
Yeah.
So now you're winning. So go back to the beginning of the puzzle, because this is something you have to realize. You have to realize what's awkward about the position, right? And the queen being on the edge of the board there is awkward, right? Not a lot of squares to go to. So that's the most important thing to take away from this position. Okay? Okay, get rid of this. Boom. There you go. Okay, so what I want you to do is, you just had a game, right? You want to go over it? That game?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first of all, I already saw that you had like no time, so you got to spend less time on making moves. So go back to the game. Here, I'll send you the link so you can just spectate with me.
I'm on it right now.
You are? Oh, okay. I sent you the link in Discord, but because I don't see you as a spectator. Anyway, so e4 is good. e5, knight f3. So queen e7, that's already a very awkward looking move, right? Why? Because you're blocking your bishop from ever going out, and also a square from your knight. So queen e7 isn't good from black, I don't like. d4 is good. a6 is bad because now you just take on d5, which is what you did. Queen b4. Okay, and c3 here is a mistake. What's better than c3 is knight c3. Because then she can't take on e4. Otherwise she's going to get taken by the knight. So c3 is a mistake on your part so far. So hold on. You can't see my analysis.
Wait, why is c3?
Okay, hold on. Can I synchronize this? Hold on, can I copy this game? I want to copy this game somehow. How do I copy the game? To study. Boom. Create study. Here, can you... Hold on, I'm going to invite you. Boom. I invited you to a study. Go into the study. So I can show you how to analyze this.
Okay.
You're in? So e4, e5, knight f3, queen e7. So this move already... Because... blocks bishop and knight from moving. Early instead of developing a piece. Okay, so I'm just giving 2 reasons there. d4 is good. So far, I'm going to comment actually on each move as well. So e4, good. We'll just say good. e5, also good. Knight f3, good. Queen e7. I don't think it's terrible, but it's definitely dubious. d4, good. a6. That's a... I would say a mistake. I'd not say an absolute blunder. Good. Hold on. D takes e5. Wonderful. Boom. Queen b4 check. This is also a mistake. Helps white to develop. There. So with that, with knight c3. c3 is a mistake. Oh, no, not that. That's good. c3 is a mistake because it gives up the e4 pawn on this. I can't even spell. Necessary. Boom. E2, knight c6. Alright, now let's not do every single move, okay? So hold up, let's get rid of this stuff. So far, the opening is good. d4 is actually good. And queen b4. Okay, queen e4. Okay, queen d3. Queen d3 is also, it's interesting. Trying to trade a more passive. Idea. For now, it's a good idea. That's fine.
Wait, so hold on. I want to just go back here.
Okay, to where?
So, why was c3 a mistake?
I put the move in right after knight c3 is good.
It gives up the e4 pawn.
Unnecessarily.
I see.
So
okay,
instead of c3, if you go down just a little, I showed you the line, knight c3, and I don't even know what black does now.
Wait, so hold on. What is it? It's defending the
It defends e4, so now if black takes, then you take the queen with the knight.
But what? It's also... Okay.
And it's also developing a piece, so...
Okay.
That's why it's good. Okay, so hold on. This... Queen g4. So bishop g5 is also a bit odd. Bishop g5. So this move as well I do not like. I feel like that's also a mistake. Why? Giving up the g2 pawn. Alright, hold on. Okay. Rook f1 here is kind of... Rook f1, this is also kind of... It's interesting. I don't think it's terrible, but I'm thinking rook g1 instead. Rook g1. Attacking the queen. And putting the rook on the semi-open file. There you go. So rook f1, h6. I don't like from. Oh, it's okay actually. h4, knight g7. So now you went rook g1, queen h3, rook g3. So queen h3, rook g3, queen e6. Bishop e7, knight e5. So knight e5 also, this is just losing, I'm pretty sure. see. These to the following sequence. 95, which is what you played, and if they take with either the queen or the bishop on e7, then you just go knight f3, or actually rook g3. Rook g3 looks pretty bad. Queen e7 as well, same thing. Rook e3, both of those looks pretty good. And if knight e5, what was the other move? Oh, queen takes e5. Now, instead of queen e3, rook e3 wins. Immediately by getting the queen to rook. If the queen boom. So hold up. So literally on every single here. So everything after this looks fine. C4. C4 actually is not good, because now bishop here. Come to VCC. Come to VCC. I had stuff to do, and I just upgraded my computer. Chessman Cam, so that's why I haven't didn't get the chance to come. Tomorrow I'm gonna come to Etobicoke though. Plus I'm helping out Alex, one of my friends. So bishop f6 here attacks this and this.
So what do you?
Hold on.
Like when I started losing.
Attacks both the rook and the b2 pawn, and when the rook moves, black will take the b2 pawn and win a rook, because the rook is trapped. Okay, so c4 wasn't good. d4, bishop h5, good. Okay, this here, bishop f7, this just doesn't work, so this is just blunder. Whoa, what happened? Why did my bot... Why? Okay, I want to see what that message was, but I don't know why. From using foul language.
What game are you analyzing?
That's what he said?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, probably because
We're going over his game. We're going over his game that he just played. So this move.
There's an inappropriate word.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. I see, but I don't know what he said. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Regardless. So hold on. Bishop f7. This is just bad because you don't have enough pieces to attack. So this just needlessly gives up a piece. Okay. The rest of the game we don't mind actually, because you know you were in kind of some trouble. So this basically is our analysis on it, and even better actually. You know what I'm gonna make you do? Let's grab, where's the PGN? Because this is how I analyze my games. So hold up. Wow. Let's get rid. Move.
There you go.
Yes.
We're gonna go. I can't see you moving pieces, by the way. How do I...
What do you mean?
Like, is there a way that I can see you move?
Well, it should be synchronized.
It's not. I think because I started...
If you start moving stuff, then it should... It shouldn't change stuff. Let's just say Zowsky.
I was looking back at
Zowsky.pgn. Boom. So what I do is I copy it into here.
I'm gonna leave this and rejoin.
Hold on. Yeah. One sec. And I'm going to put this here. Boom. And we get rid of the stupid PGN here. We go back. Get rid of that. We go to chess.com's analysis because I have diamond, so it's super easy and nice. Let's load this in. And where's the... Ooh, why is it not letting me run report? Why is it doing this? Analysis. Okay, why is it being stupid? Give me the report on this game. Okay, you know what?
Should I be looking at your stream or should I go on chess.com?
You can, there it is. There it is. Okay, so hold on, yeah. So, hold up. Look at the, here. Stop, okay, yeah, you stop screen sharing. So hold on, yeah, go to my stream and look at the stream, okay?
Or there's 5-second delay.
That's fine. That doesn't matter because we're just doing this with you right now. See, it says you're even like massively winning here. So this is what I do. I normally do after every single game, including my tournament games, which we'll go over in a second. And I'll teach you some lessons from those as well. So you only made 3 mistakes actually throughout the whole game, which I think it was at every single point that I said as well. And they were pretty consecutive, but pretty good so far. So can you see the position on the board in front of you on my Twitch stream?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so what I want you to do,
was the correct one, right?
what I want you to do is find a. This is basically chess.com's way of saying find a better move, and Lichess doesn't have this function, so that's why I use chess.com here. So find a better move than what you played than c3.
Knight c3.
Knight c3.
Yeah, you basically told me.
Yeah, perfect. See, and it says you're basically up a piece almost. That's how overwhelming the advantage is. You've won a pawn, you control the entire center, and you've developed 2 pieces. He's got only his queen out. Queen d3. Find something better. I think you're just outright winning here, actually. Simple move. Can you see it, Alex? You can see it, Zowsky?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Hold up, my bad.
E3 or E4, sorry?
What, sorry?
There's a lot of delay, sorry.
That's fine. The position should be still the same.
Queen E4.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay. Do this. Better move from...
There we go.
Knight C6.
You can't play knight c6. Here, there's a pawn on c3, right? Or knight c6. Yeah.
What are you asking me?
You have to find a better move than what you played. You played queen d3, and it's saying that's not good. Find a better move.
What did I play here, sir?
You played queen d3, it's saying over here.
Oh.
Like, you can look at... These are all the moves that you played, and this is the evaluation that it has, and then it wants you to find a new move and get a better score. So
Bishop d3.
Bishop d3, can you play that move?
No, sorry, it's pinned.
Yeah, so you can't play bishop d3. That would be a good move, but you can't play it, so find something better. Don't worry about the pawn on e5. I see 2 good moves that I would play, but I'd probably play
Knight
one.
d4.
Knight d4?
No.
That's okay, but then they can still take on e5 with their knight, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, don't worry about the e5 pawn, just play something natural. To me there's like 2 natural moves here, maybe 3 that should be considered. But one of them really sticks out to me for a specific reason. And I think it's the top move.
Knight d2?
Which knight to d2?
B.
Knight b, that's one of the moves. I think it's good, but I think there's a better move. We can put it in if you want, but I don't think it's the best. And I think there's a reason. I know the reason why behind it, I believe. Knight d2 is a good move, though, for sure.
It's just not a bishop move.
Yep. It's not a bishop move.
It's not a knight move either?
It's not a knight move, no.
What?
What other move is supernatural to do?
Man, I feel like an idiot. I'm not seeing it.
That's fine. Don't feel like an idiot. If you already went through, look at every single possible move. And you already said it can't be a bishop move. It literally can't be a light squared bishop move because it's pinned. There's no real good place for the dark squared bishop just yet, so it's not a dark squared bishop move. There's no good real knight moves, right? Like knight a3 isn't that good. Knight bd2 is okay, but I don't think it's best. And moving your f knight just drops g2, so it's not that move.
Well, it's not queen d4.
It can't be queen d4 because then the knight's going to take you, right? So it's
and you
not,
said it's not queen d3 either.
It's not. Queen d3 is what you played, so it's definitely not queen d3. There's only one other real queen move that makes sense, but even that isn't really, I would say, making sense. So, what else is there? Can you move the king at all? Or a rook?
Oh, like castle?
I think so. Perfect. There you go. See? There you go. Also, but hold on. Since castle is best there, let's just look at this knight bd2. It's still good. You're still winning in every single line here. So it's saying it's good, but not best. Oh my god. PC just kicked into overdrive. Castling's best because they can never take this pawn, actually. Because if they take it, then you go rook e1, and you're just going to win. Everything's lined up on the e-file. I don't know what my computer's doing, man. Okay, so now try and find a better move than bishop g5.
I'm just gonna wait for the stream to update. Another move other than what? Bishop?
Bishop g5.
Bishop g5.
Another simple move. Literally, I think even the exact same move would work here.
Like h3?
h3, queen can take on g2, right? So he has a threat. So you don't want g2 to drop.
Rook g1.
Rook g1 makes sense, but there's still something probably better. Oh, I think. At least. Same, literally the exact same. Exact same move, I'm pretty sure. That's your last one.
You think it's castle?
I think it is.
Like,
What, sorry?
Queen already. I want to start trapping the queen already.
She can't be trapped. There's too many squares for her to go to.
I really thought like it was a queen shot the entire time. I just screwed up on all my moves.
I think. So, I think castles. Do you think castles looks okay?
Yeah, I guess so. Because if nothing else,
it's probably not best, actually. It's not best. It's good, but not best. So even me and you got something wrong here. So what's even better than castling?
Well, then, okay.
H3 doesn't make sense.
It has to be a queen threat.
Not necessarily. Could it be something weird? It could be moving the knight somewhere.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Well, I said h3, but you didn't...
No, not h3. Maybe knight d4.
I feel like I want to open... Yeah, I want to move that knight so I can open up that
they might have this.
light squared bishop.
They might have this.
Hey, how's school?
Good.
I mean, your time off from school.
Yeah, I'm streaming. What's up?
Freezing. I sent you a couple of texts and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Saying
I'll do it in the morning.
Ask them if you go there tomorrow.
Yeah.
All the different types of grants or subsidies or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can even apply for like $500, $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of them they have 0 applicants.
Yeah, I know.
Or 1 applicant. So if you can get something.
Okay, yeah. Good. I'm streaming.
Huh?
I'm streaming, so.
Alright.
Alright. So castling's good, but it's not best, so I don't even.
It's a knight move. Knight d4.
I don't know about that. That kind of looks weird. It couldn't be h3. There's no way. h3 takes here, takes. No, there's no way it's h3. The queen has too many squares there. What else do we play here? Knight d4, he might take on e5 though. And if you take his queen, he takes your queen with check. So I don't think it's knight d4. Knight g5 also kind of is weird. They might be able to take here. This knight here actually probably. That actually looks pretty good.
Else.
That actually looks pretty good. Okay, so you want to try knight d4?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think it's it.
Because if it's not.
No, see, knight d4 is a mistake. Knight g5 kind of makes more sense. And bishop here. After that probably looks good. Yeah, knight g5. Because now if they take on g3, you can go here. Actually, bishop f3. They can't take on g2, and then the queen's trapped. So knight g5 there looks very good. Yeah, queen a4. So it wants to go all the way there instead. So, well, white's winning here clearly. So those are the 3 better moves you could have played, definitely.
Yeah.
So knight c3. Where was castles? Instead of queen d3, castling was good. And it was close. Instead of bishop g5, knight g5 was better. And if queen g2, then this, and the queen dies. No squares. So instead of queen g2, knight g5, so queen a4 was saying was best, but that's just the line there. Anyway, okay, so that's the study. I'm guessing you can keep it if you want. I kind of want to delete it. But actually we can keep this. This is... How do I... Can I steal this whole... Oh, yeah, I can download the chapter PGN. Oh, beautiful. You know what we can do, Alex?
What's that?
We take your game. Because I already have a study of your games, right? This is... Let's just say... Get rid of the first part. Road to 100 rating. And blah blah blah. Not buy. Get rid of all this. Yoink. Road to 100 rating versus that. And we take it. Boom. We go to the study that okay, this study I don't care where it is. Zowsky's games. Boom. We add it here. PGN. Choose file. Let's just bang that. Create chapter. Boom. There you go. Done. Everything you're done. Oh, but it doesn't have your names on it and shit. Okay, that's it. Zowsky versus... What's that guy's name? Whatever that is. Bang. There. There you go. So now you have a whole game completely analyzed.
Easy.
And there, we went over it. With the human eyes, with engine eyes, with everything. So, that's how... What the fuck just happened? Okay, there we go. Boom. Ah, screw off, helper. Okay, so that's your game there now. Good.
So, do you have any like last minute words for me? Like,
Hold on, I want to delete this study as well. Boom. Okay, there we go. Any last minute what?
like words, just like general tips for me.
Actually, okay, hold on. Before we even end that, actually, yes, I should put this in yours. After every single one of your games, we should have a lesson from it. So, at the end of the game. Okay, wait, what happened here? Wait, what the fuck? This didn't happen. You took on E7? What did he play? Oh, you took here and you played this and take. Ah. Delete. And he took here. Okay, hold on. This one needs to be make the main line. There we go. Okay, I don't know why I was a sideline before, but anyway. So after all this, let's go. Okay, we don't need that. Where is like lessons to take away from this game. Lesson 1. What's the first lesson we should take away? When your opponent plays odd moves, I'd say even dubious, stay focused on development. Stay focused on development and time. 2. What else? What else did you do? Okay, so that's the lesson from that. Queen D3. Okay. No, at the end. Get castled quickly out. Opening to protect your king and to connect the ropes. 3. Let's also make it separated because I don't like how it's so close. There we go. Okay, so that's that. No, not try. What's another lesson? Okay, so takes and he took. So instead of Queen E3, we should say look for forcing moves. Forcing moves, what should I say? Look for forcing moves that checks tempo moves. Threats. I want to say something about forcing moves, because Rook E3 would just kill him. Look for forcing moves that generate a threat. There we go. That looks fine. So. Okay, so there you go. There's your lessons. Your 3 lessons from that one game. Boom. There you go. Full analysis done, and it's in my study for you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and now you can come back to it anytime. We should also do a couple of these games, but first of all, you know what I should do?
That was a pretty awful game by me, anyways.
That wasn't awful. You were winning. You were winning for like the whole game almost. C3 after C3 it gets a bit harder, but even here you're still doing pretty well.
That was a Elo 1000 guy, and I lost to him.
Yeah, you just have to. I think you just gotta look for more forcing moves that don't trade equally. I think you're looking for moves that kind of are equalizing. And
well, at the end I wanted to trade because I literally had no other opportunities. Like at the very end.
At the very end, yeah, but like for here, for example, definitely Rookie 3. Like you should look for moves that are not just equalizing, but Rookie 3. First of all, it's a threat. Obviously, you're just threatening to take the queen, and if she moves somewhere, any other place than taking the bishop, and if she does take the bishop, then you just take the queen and you're winning. But if she moves anywhere else, you're almost meeting them. Like where can she even move to? If she takes h2, you actually play bishop f6, and they're forced to block with the bishop, and then you can take it back like this, and it's just bad. Like, she's going to have to give herself up for the rook or for the bishop. That's how bad it is. So, like, this knight e5 is terrible. And if she took your bishop, or if anything else happened, like if this takes, then you could still just go rook e3 here. Like, it's really, just really bad. Yeah, wait, what, after this? And okay, wait, no, here? Yeah, queen e5. Yeah, bishop e7 or thing. So yeah, this was just bad in every single line. But whatever, that's fine. So those are your 3 lessons then. Let's go through another one of your games, if you want. Okay, we've already kind of done this. Okay, yeah, see, we already have. Okay, I can't see it here, but how do you, like, you have to go here? Let's just get rid of that. Boom. Wait, what is this TLDR? To take away from the game. Okay, there's like fucking points on points on points. How do we open this? Because I don't know why it's doing this. That's kind of stupid. Do we do this for your other games? See, you just murdered him here. Look at this. Beautiful. This is like so dead. Oh my god. This is like death on a whole new scale. We don't have lessons for the end of this though. But for each one of these games, we thoroughly analyzed it. Okay, so hold on. Now my actual lesson for you. Did I invite you to the study yet? Yeah, I did. Go to the study for the pawns.
Where is that?
It's this one.
Study for my students?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to the first one.
So how do I get synced? How do I get in sync with you?
You're already synchronized. Just go to the first chapter. So, here, these are just a bunch of definitions for now. I haven't fully finished this, but... So, what is a passed pawn? Read it to me.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Just open up the...
There you go.
Pass pawn's value, a pawn that no enemy pawn can stop on its ways to queening or promotion.
Yes. Good.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So pass pawn's value tends to increase as more and more pieces are exchanged.
As more... and more pieces are exchanged.
Okay, why? Just as this is just like a question, but why would a passed pawn's value go up as more pieces come off the board?
Because it makes room for the pawn to be pushed to the other end in order to get a queen.
Yes, that's one reason. That's a good reason. Another one is there's less pieces that can coordinate and attack the pawn, right?
Yeah.
It's another good reason. So there, those are two good reasons why passed pawn's value tends to go up. What is a protected passed pawn? Go to the second chapter.
How do I open the second chapter?
Just click on it.
Protected passed pawns are especially valuable in king. Oh, a passed pawn that has a pawn protecting it.
Yeah. They're especially valuable in king and pawn endgames. So in a position like this,
okay,
you should be able to tell who's winning and why immediately, without even having to think, because this is an extremely, not just even a well-known win as an endgame, this is just winning for white because of a specific reason. So white's going to go and attack the pawns on this side of the board, obviously, and black's going to try and attack the pawn on g4, right, to try and win it. But the problem is, if black ever goes to try and attack this pawn, then the white pawn bolts and will queen, and there's no way to stop it, right?
Yeah.
So, which means that black just has to sit there and literally do nothing, because there's no way for black to hunt down the pawn, right? Without the other pawn going and queening immediately. So he'll try and, but now everything's been liquidated on the queen side. So now black just has to sit and wait, and white will eventually go and scoop up the other pawn and then push one of the pawns through to promotion.
I see.
And normally what you want to do here, the move order here doesn't particularly matter because both pawns are really far up, but whenever you push a pawn like this through, you want to make sure that their king has a square to go to. So normally you don't want it to be a check, because if you didn't have this other pawn, say their king was on g8, right, and you just played f7, they can play king f8, and if you don't have this g pawn, then it's a loss, or sorry, a draw, because then you can never get your king around to help defend this square without stalemating the other king.
Right.
So you normally want to push a pawn through like that without check. And then they're forced to go there, and then this is the key move, you have to guard the queening square. And then you give up the pawn and you get a queen and you can win. Okay? That's an example of a passed pawn. So, and that's just the duty. Here, let's just say the white pawn. Queen and win the game. So white. There. An isolated pawn, go to chapter 3. So what is an isolated pawn?
It won't let me open the chapter. Oh, okay, it's down here. Isolated pawn is a pawn with no pawn of the same color on the files next to it. The squares in front of an isolated pawn tend to be excellent homes for your pieces.
So, who has the isolated pawn and where is it in this position?
Sorry, say again? You kind of
Which side has the isolated pawn in this position, and where is it? Does black or white have the isolated pawn? White? Where? What pawn is isolated?
The D pawn.
Good. What is the, I would say, okay, because of the second point, I'm trying to just ask, where is the square that a piece would be really well placed if black could place a piece there?
What do you mean by that? Like,
I mean, give me one specific, using that second point, what square would be an excellent home for a black piece?
Squares in front of an isolated. D5?
Yes, correct. Good. Very good. So, D5 here. is the best square because it's the most centralized. Obviously, it's in the center, right?
Yeah.
And d6 and d7 are okay, but d5's the best, right? Okay,
Right.
go to doubled pawns. So what's a doubled pawn?
Two pawns of the same color that are on the same file.
Yep. So in this endgame, who has the doubled pawns? And where are they?
It's the same file, so white. Or, sorry, black.
Where? What file?
Wait, white. File 4. I'm stupid.
File 4? No. The files are the numbers. The ranks are the letters.
Yeah. File. Oh, so black.
Black. Right? Where? Where are the doubled pawns?
B4 and 5.
Yes, good. So same thing, this is just an easy example of how having doubled pawns is bad. And usually having an isolated pawn as well isn't that good. So, both the kings start to march towards the center. And now, white blasts through with g5 over here. Takes. And now the black king has to go stop this pawn, otherwise it's going to queen, right?
Yeah.
It's only 3 steps away, so he has to go stop it. And now, white just hunts down both these pawns and will end up queening. And once again, the key move here is this move right here, king a7. If you don't play king a7, then black can hold.
I'm still not in sync with you for some reason. Like, I have to look at your stream and there's like a 10-second delay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Regardless, the key move here is king a7.
Okay.
Because of that. So, hanging pawns. Also, hold up. Let me just check something, actually, because we're going over this training program. You know how to set up the board, how the pieces move, how to capture, protect, to check. Checkmate, castling, en passant, stalemate, piece value, basic tactics. Okay, yeah, so we're on track. Okay, so, what are hanging pawns?
Pawns are
Yes.
2 pawns of the same color that are together and don't have any pawns of the same color on the files next to them.
So, who has hanging pawns in this position?
Black.
Where are they?
C5 and D5.
Good. There you go. So that's hanging pawns. So normally when you have hanging pawns, you want to put your pieces behind them so you can push them through and either trade them off or queen them. And same thing with the opposite side. You want to put pressure on them by putting rooks on the open files here. And by putting the rooks there, they'll exert pressure on both these points. And same thing. If you could get the rooks here, then that would also be ideal to push. What's a backward pawn?
A backward pawn is a pawn that trails behind a pawn of the same color on an adjacent file.
So, who has backward pawns here? Well, who has a backward pawn? White or black? Or do they both have it?
Was it one piece behind? Oh, sorry, one square behind, or could it be
Read the definition.
a pawn that trails behind a pawn of the same color on an adjacent file, but does it not matter how many squares it is behind?
No,
Okay, so
because that doesn't matter. Okay, so which pawns are backward pawns?
both. Oh, a5, b4, and g7, b5.
No. Okay, so a5 isn't a backward pawn, and same with e5. The backward pawns are b4 and d7, because they're behind the other pawn, right?
And d7 would be the backward
Yeah,
pawn?
because d7 is behind this pawn, right? And it's on an adjacent file,
Okay.
right? And same thing with b4. a5 isn't backward because it's on the same adjacent file, yes, but it's not behind the b4 pawn. The b4 pawn's behind it.
Right.
So that's a backward pawn. What is a candidate pass pawn?
A pawn of a pawn majority that can produce a pass pawn and that is on a half open file.
Okay. That's getting a bit more intuitive, I'd say, or a bit more into it. So, what are the candidate pass pawns for each side, and where are they?
Hold on, I'm just trying to understand this definition.
A pawn majority just means that one side has like a 2-on-1, right?
Okay.
So like they have a 2 versus 1, right? Like both these pawns are gonna face this one individual pawn, right?
Yeah.
That's a pawn majority, and they can produce a pawn majority can normally produce a passed pawn, because if you keep pushing a pawn majority, if you have 2 pawns versus 1, this pawn will get traded for one of the pawns, and you'll have a single pawn afterwards. So that will turn into a passed pawn.
Okay. So.
Did I already teach you about files? Already different types of files?
Yeah, like A file, B file, C file.
Not the names of them, but there's 3 different types of files. Did I tell
No,
you?
you didn't teach me that.
Okay, so that's probably. And a half open file, so hold on, I'll make another one after for this. So the half open file, that doesn't matter to you, but well, actually, you know what? I'll teach you it now quickly. So an open file is where there's no pawns of either color. So what are the open files on this board right now?
Sorry, can you say that again? A candidate pawn is what?
An open file? I'm teaching you the different types of files quickly. There's
Okay, so
3 different types of
G-pawn.
files. Yes. A G pawn is the candidate pass pawn, and what's the candidate pass
A pawn.
Yes, good. So, but just in terms of files, now this is just another quick lesson, and I'll put it in another chapter here, but an open file is a file that neither side has pawns on. So what are the open files in this particular position? What would it be?
That need pawns that need. Sorry, what was the definition again?
Neither side has pawns on that file. So what would be an open file? What would be all the different open files? C, D, E,
F.
and F. Yes, correct. So a closed file is one where both sides have pawns on the same file. So what are the closed files?
Pawn based.
No. What are the closed files?
A, B, E,
Nope.
G.
Did you hear the definition, or you repeat it?
Repeat it again.
A closed file is a file where both sides, both colors, have pawns on that file.
So B and H.
Yep, good. And a semi-open file can be either semi-open for white or semi-open for black. Yes.
G.
A and G, yes. The semi-open file for white, a semi-open file for white is where black has a pawn on that file, and a semi-open file for black is one where white has a pawn on that file, and black does not. And same thing, that's vice versa. So which file is semi-open for white in this position?
A.
The A file? Are you sure?
Like you said, semi-open for white is
where
when they have a pawn but black doesn't.
No, is where when black has a pawn and white doesn't. Basically, okay, semi-open for white means that black has a pawn and white doesn't, and semi-open for black means that white has a pawn and black doesn't. So basically, if it's semi-open for whichever side, the opposite side has a pawn.
That gets kind of confusing. Because it's not
It's a
really
bit.
open to white if there's no pawns on that file.
Well, okay, so this file, the G file, is semi-open for white, because white has no pawn on the G file. And this A file is semi-open for black, because black doesn't have a pawn on that file, and white does.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll add in later on, but that's something else. What's a fixed pawn? You can go to chapter 8, Alex.
Yeah. pawn that cannot move captured due to an enemy pawn blocking it. Okay, so
What are the
E4
fixed?
and E5.
Yep, good. What's a pawn island?
A group of pawns of one color on consecutive files with no other pawns of the same color on any adjacent files.
Okay, so how many pawn islands does white have, and how many pawn islands does black have here? This is the testing you.
White has 2, black has 1.
White has 2, that's correct. Black does not have 1.
Wait, why does black not have any?
Black has more than 1.
Oh, black has more than 1.
Yeah. So white has 2.
Black has 3?
Yes, good. Give me all 3. Give me one. Give me one pawn island of blacks, then give me the next one, and then give me the third one.
A6, B7.
Yep, that's one island.
D7 and E6 or E7.
Yep, that's 2.
And then G7 and H5.
That's 3. So give me whites. Pawn islands.
Well, okay, in terms of white, wouldn't these be a pawn island?
Wouldn't where? You're not a
C-
contributor, so you can't show me.
Or C2 and B4.
C2 and B4? Well, can those
Yeah.
pawns be connected?
No.
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
With C3, they can be connected.
Right.
So, that's not an island. Remember, they have to be with no pawns on the same color on any adjacent files. So, there's a pawn on the C file and the B file, and they're adjacent, right? So, it can't be a pawn island then.
Okay. So then C, D...
Like, the B pawn is connected with the C pawn, and the C pawn is connected with the D pawn, and the D pawn is connected with the E pawn, right?
Yeah.
So that's all one island. But the E pawn isn't connected with any F pawn, right? And this B pawn isn't connected with an A pawn. So that
Right.
one pawn island is these 3, I'd say, rows of pawns or whatever.
Okay. So, C, D, E is one island,
Yep.
and then G and H is another.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so what's a pawn chain? This should be simple.
Fixed and connected diagonal formation. Oh, Jesus! Sorry. I just kind of fell out in my chair. Like, no joke.
It's all good.
Okay. My good chair is in Oshawa right now, so I got the crappy one at home.
That's a rip.
Fixed and connected diagonal formation of pawns.
So give me...
So,
Okay, let me get rid of these, because that's kind of hinting at
you
everything.
kind of already showed it.
Okay, so give me the 4 pawn chains. And do it from do it from base to tip. So starting from the bottom and go to the top.
What's the bottom? What do you mean bottom?
The bottom of a
Like
pawn
from
chain.
white?
The first pawn in a pawn chain.
For white?
For white and black.
Okay. B, C, D, E.
Yep. Give me the square. Don't just give me the file name. Give me the actual square itself.
Okay. B3, C4,
B.
B2, C3, D4, E5,
Good.
G2, H3,
Yep.
and
And now black.
so A7, B6,
Yep.
and then F7, E6, D5, C4.
Good. Very good. So that's basically from chapter 1 to 10 is everything you need to know about pawn chains. Like pawn structures. Sorry, structures.
Okay.
Now you know what every single class of pawn is. Okay? So now let's get into holes in a position. In here. I don't know how to open this. I don't know why it does the shit leech us. Okay, so are you on holes?
Yes. A hole for white is a square that can no longer be controlled by any white pawns. A hole for white.
Sorry, a hole for black. There should be a hole for black. Oh, whoa, what the hell?
A hole black is a square that can no longer be controlled by any black.
There you go.
Minor pieces are excellent defenders of hole.
Okay, I don't know how you Can you see? Hold on. Can you screen share with me for just a second the page?
Yeah.
I want to see what it looks like. Because for me, it looks like I can't read after all that stuff unless I go into the. Yeah. Okay. How do you get into? Okay, yo, what you have to do first of all, hit sync. That should synchronize you on everything for me.
Okay.
So hold on. How do we open that? Because there's more words basically between that. And we might be like okay, you can stop screen sharing because that's the same thing on my screen, but I've written a lot more, but I don't know how do we like enlarge that, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Inline notation. Oh, okay. There you go. I know how to do it. You hit the 3 bars on that says menu on the bottom right, and hit inline notation.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. So this is everything you should need to know about holes in a position. Okay?
So, hole for white is a square that no longer can be controlled by any white pawns. So, like, if, let's say, the F2 pawn, the F1 square is a hole.
Hold on. Let me make some moves here. There. Are you at the same position with me with G3 already?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay. So what's a hole for white right here in this position?
G2, G1.
Anything behind the second rank and the first rank doesn't count because pawns can never control the first rank, and pawns they start on the second rank but they don't really technically control it. So the second rank.
Holes are just squares behind the pawns.
Holes are squares. They can be to the side of the pawns or behind the pawns.
Right. Okay.
So what's the hole in this position?
You cut out, sorry.
What's the hole for white in this position?
H2, 3, and G2.
Hold on, 1 sec. Boom. What, sorry? Where? Holes can't be on the second or first rank. So,
Okay.
what's...
So H3.
H3, good. What about here? Say this. Give me a for white. What are two
C3?
holes? 2 holes.
C3.
C3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sure?
G3. I think so.
Remember, what's the definition of a hole again? For white?
That can no longer be controlled by any white pawns.
So, is C3 being controlled by a white pawn?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
D3.
So D3 and what else? There's one other hole that white has.
Well, there's no holes in the first and second.
Yep, that's true. By controlled, it basically means attacked by a white pawn. That's essentially what it means. So D3 is correct. What's the other hole for white?
E4?
E4? No. E4 can be controlled by playing F3, right? You can play F3 and then that pawn can control that square.
Let's see it.
No longer be controlled by a white pawn. So any square above the 4th rank right here and more can be controlled by a white pawn. So it has to be on the 3rd rank. And eliminate every single possibility until there's only one left. That makes sense. So is h3 being controlled by a pawn?
Yeah.
Is g3?
Yeah.
Is f3?
Yeah.
Is e3?
Yeah.
Is d3?
No.
Good. Is c3?
Yeah.
Is b3?
No.
Exactly. So there you go. There's your answer. Is a3?
No.
No.
But is a3 a hole?
A3 is not a hole.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. So
But okay, a3 is
so,
a hole, but can't the b2 pawn just go
yeah, that can be pushed,
b3?
but it's not technically controlling it. That's what I said. When
Oh,
by
okay,
controlling
so
it, they have to be attacking the square. They have to be
Okay.
like actually attacking the square.
I didn't know that. I thought like I didn't know holes could be squares in front of the pawns as well.
Okay. Okay. So what about any holes for black?
Um. F4 is not a hole, right?
F4? No.
G6.
Yes. Any other ones? Or just
No.
G6? Good. So those are holes. So normally, like it says, an enemy piece, especially a knight, they function really well on holes. Because pawns can't kick them away. And then they can just sit there and guard like every freaking square imaginable.
Yeah.
Right? So knights generally, some people, sometimes they call them an outpost square. Some players refer to it as an outpost square. Okay, so that's holes. You can read all these paragraphs a bit later if you want. Okay, so using all you've learned, we'll go to time a bit later. I want you to play a game, and after the game, we'll go over it, and you'll explain to me the pawn structure of it and the different holes that were in the position. So play a game. And we'll see. You play at least a 10-minute game.
Okay.
Because now you have all the new knowledges about pawn structure and holes. So if you can use a hole or have good pawn structure, then you should be able to win your game easily.
Okay, I'm just looking for one right now.
Okay. Oh, I don't see your rating, lol.
Probably because
Okay.
it doesn't exist.
No, because it's too low. My rating range search is only from 1200 to 2000. I should actually put it higher than that. I should put it to 29. Let's put this at 14. Tell me, you haven't found a game yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Oh, I got one.
Okay, good. Boom. Just friggin' 10,000 W's as a name. So there you go. Play your game. And let's see it. Let's see how it's done.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to, I'm just gonna grab a drink, okay? I'll be back.
Yeah.
One sec. Okay. Whoa. Jesus. You're killing him. You are.
Dude, the moves that I played could have been countered. Yeah, like.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait. You're completely 100%, 150% winning right now. Look for all the different checks.
Right now?
Right now. Give me the three different checks that exist in this position.
Knight d6.
Yep. What does he play after knight d6? What does he play? Take with either pawn.
Yeah.
And then what do you play? A capture that wins immediately.
Queen takes, queen.
Easy. So, do it. Boom!
Well, can't he just play king d8?
Then you still just take his queen, doesn't matter.
Oh, D.
Boom!
Oh,
There you go. Already up a queen on move 8. Okay, be careful now.
I gotta escape.
Okay. You're winning now. That was beautiful.
He's offering me a draw.
Oh my, yeah.
Nope.
Okay, so now you gotta convert it, but you gotta not make mistakes.
He's proposing a take back.
Nope. Kill him.
I think queen a3 looks good.
Looks okay to me, but...
Yeah, for now.
Okay, he also left the game. Wow, you might have had your first rage quit already.
Did he actually? Oh yeah, he did.
If you look on, yeah, if there's the no green, like if the circle's not green, then it means he lost.
Well, dude, he was rushing that, yeah.
Easy. Okay, hold up.
I didn't even develop any pawns.
What did Garrett say? What is Garrett saying? Bro, this dumb man's not even on the stream. Riley, you're GE. Man's drinking the cocaine, holy fuck. Dare you to take a sip of... I don't have Jaeger, actually. Zachary and Rip.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe... Yo, Garrett actually has Twitch Prime. That's so AIDS. Okay, can we even analyze this game, or is it just, like, terrible?
No, this guy was pretty bad.
There's literally nothing we could have done. Okay, so play another one.
He developed... Wait, hold on. I just want to see... What move did he develop his queen?
8 messages were deleted.
Dude, move 3 or move 2 he developed.
This opening is actually common though. White is slightly better because you got tempo on his queen with knight c3 and development, but it's not like terrible for him.
Yeah.
Either. So there you go. Okay, play another. Bro, I have Amazon Prime. Of course I have Twitch Prime. Oh, does it come free? Does Twitch Prime come free with Amazon, Garrett? Or...
Yeah, it does. It does.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Do you have Twitch Prime?
No, I have Amazon Prime, though.
Yeah, so you can get Twitch Prime. You gotta link your account.
Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. But it's my dad's. I'd have to link my dad's account.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, so play another game then, because that one was pretty poor.
Yeah, I'm looking for one right now.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink again. 1 second. I'm gonna actually just bring the thing down. Here we go, man. Oh, get the Prime. What does it even... It gives you like a bunch of stuff, right? Or something like that? I don't remember. Let's do it. Here, forget it. Odin Ahoy. For Zacharin. Oh, this shit's good. Goddamn. Okay. Ugh.
Wait, game aborted?
Someone aborted? What do you mean you can barely see? What, my drink? Yes?
Oh, fucking gear's probably high right now.
Probably. It's so stuttery. Stuttery.
Oh yeah, it is.
Why? Why is that? I'm literally not even running anything right now.
It's probably internet.
Might be. I can do an internet speed test right now. Garrett's got work tomorrow. He's not high, man. That reminds me, I actually gotta set my alarm for tomorrow. It sucks. I need to be up by. Need to be at the school by 8:30, so like 7:30.
Wait, you're going to school?
Yeah, I have to get my schedule flipped with one of my friends. Here we go, boom. Kinda wish he was, but like... Garrett. Okay, yo, how long is it taking you to find a game, and what the hell are you doing in the background?
No one's queuing right now.
You sure? For a 10-minute game.
15-minute game.
No, do a 10-minute. 10 minutes is probably better.
That's not gonna make a difference, really.
Okay, this silly stream is silly, so I'm gonna leave. Okay, see you, Garrett, if you're going. Why do I hear like a lighter going off in the background? What are you doing?
That's me. Alright, go on.
You got fun, yeah? Boom. Okay, let's see. Good. Looking good so far. And 1100. Let's do it. Okay. E6.
Is that a mistake?
It's okay. It's an opening. It's not a mistake.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
Interesting.
No. Very good. Okay. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. So far, black's doing well. White's doing well as well. Looks good. I don't know about that move. Yeah.
No, I didn't know he was gonna take on E4.
Okay. Good. Very good. Okay. Whoa. That's okay for him, actually. Good. Ah!
Yeah, I realized.
Oh no.
Alright, I'm done with chess, man. I can't do this.
Okay, that's fine. You had a good idea. Your idea wasn't bad, but sadly his queen could take back.
Dude, I just suck so much, man. Like,
You're fine. You're doing better. You just gotta play more natural moves. Your captures and stuff are okay, but this one is just clearly didn't work. Oh, but these are all casual games. Why aren't you playing rated ones?
doesn't matter. I'm so bad.
Okay. You know what you want to do? Do you want to play some Rocket League then, Balls?
No.
Or CS?
I'm gonna play CS.
You want to play CS?
Yeah, I'm playing on non-prime accounts though.
Why?
Like I made new accounts, so I won't be able to add you on them.
Why though?
Cause I'm trying to get them to prime.
You trying to get them to Prime?
Yeah.
Why is that? Don't you? Isn't Prime just like when you add a number to it?
Once you get to level 21, you get prime.
Oh, okay. Oh, and you okay? So you're like just DMing or whatever for it right now?
Yeah, I'm playing games right now because that's the most XP.
Okay. So, like casual games?
No, like actual comp games.
Oh, okay. But we can't, like, I can't add you?
No, because when you make a new Steam account, you have to deposit like $5 in order to add people.
Why? What the fuck?
It's to prevent smurfing.
Oh, that's pretty retarded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, once you get Prime, you can add me then, you're saying?
No, like I have to deposit $5.
That's retarded. Why can't we just
Yeah.
play, like, normally?
I mean,
What?
we
What'd you say?
we could, but like I want to get these accounts to prime. I feel
Why, though?
so that I can have a better experience when I use Aimware.
Oh my god, you're actually so AIDS. Jeez. Okay, well, everyone, I guess that'll be the stream then for us right now. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Later.